Hey guys, this is Deborah. I'm back with you to do another art journal page, and I'm using my gel press today. And what I've done, I'm just trying an experiment. I stuck it on one of my quilt rulers, and I'm just wondering if I can use that to tip it over to put my pattern on the page rather than the other way around. Not sure if it's going to work, but we'll give it a go. This morning I picked up 3 new stencils. I wasn't buying any more stencils, but what I did, I went into Riot and they had a 50% off sale. So like this stencil here was $1.99, and with 50% off, obviously I got it for just under $1, which I thought was pretty good. They're just, you know, obviously cheapo stencils. I think this one was about $2.50 or $2.99, so you know, half price on that. And one of these was, may have been this one, or the other one was more expensive. It was $4.99, but you're still getting it for $2.50 with the 50% off sale, which is, to me, is pretty good, pretty good. And you know, you can never have too many stencils, can you? Well, you can never have too many art and craft supplies, in my opinion. Yes, I mean, they're not the quality of, you know, a Tim Holtz or a, one of the other better known brands, but they're not too bad. See about putting it up this way. Okay, so I think I just need to press a bit harder. It's kind of coming out. Let's take the stencil off and see what happens when I lay down just the bit by itself. And that feels much better. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. I quite like that. So I'm just put a bit more purple paint onto my gel press. And so maybe what I'll do is I'll lay that stencil down. Now I don't know if this is because it's a cheaper stencil. So what I've done is I've just laid that stencil down again, and then I've run the roller, the brayer, over it. That's quite nice. So that's just, the reason it's sticking to this is because this is acrylic, and that's why it's sticking on to it. Sorry, I'll just move that into the shot for you better. But I do quite like that. I think you'd have to be a little bit more careful with these ones, simply because they're a little bit more delicate. Now I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the other one. I'm going to run that through, and then I'm going to take a tissue and just remove that paint from the side of the jelly press so I don't get that dark line, although I could leave it there, but I just wanted to try something different here. And then I'm going to pull my stencil up and then use it. See what sort of reaction we get now. Oh, that's quite nice. See, I've brought the purple out as well. I'll just do a ghost print over the top of the purple. I'm not sure we'll get much off that. There's not much paint left on there. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's quite nice. You can see the ruler. Maybe it's shining a bit too much, but hopefully, yeah, you can see the ruler through there. Just going to put a little bit more on. If you're not sure what colours to choose, then the best thing is to choose opposites on the colour wheel, or the ones that are complementary colours. And if you've got a colour wheel, or even if you draw and paint, you know, you can just get a bit of paper and paint your own colour wheel if you don't have one, because they are quite expensive to buy. Then I think the best way is to look at the opposites and the complementary colours, and I'll probably do a thing on the colour wheel because that's quite important with colour, to see if you can, you know, if you have the complementary colours. For example, green is the complementary colour or the opposite colour of red. That's why they go so well together. Okay, so I've got I think that's probably enough in terms of background. I'll just use that little bit that's on there to get some ruler happening on the page. That's good. So then the next thing to do is to determine what's going to go down now. I've gathered a couple more supplies and I'm laying down some Tim Holtz design tape. I'm sticking with the theme of the ruler somewhat. I've got this little one here. Let's put some of this down here, so picking up some of that ruler theme. I'm not taking it all the way because I'm going to put a tag over the top of it. I'm just putting a bit more paint onto my gel press because I want to put some onto this manila tag so it's not quite so stark and harsh. See what sort of pattern we get off that. Oh, that's cool. And the yellow butterfly is going to look quite nice on that. And the little man in front. Let's give that a little minute to dry. So while that's drying, I've just got a bit of book page. I'm just looking for a bit of scrap of stuff I've torn out of a book. If I can find a bit. I've always got book page lying around. Here's a bit here. I want to put that onto this. So this is just one of those clear acrylic tags that Tim Holtz released some years back. I'm not sure if they're made still, but they're quite a thick, maybe, oh, not a quarter of an inch, but, you know, maybe an eighth of an inch thick. And I just thought I'd put some behind it. See what I can do. Oops. These butterflies are beautiful, and I've done a review and a flip through of the Botanicals pack that they came from, so make sure you go and check out that video that I did. I show you everything that's in that pack, and I also do some measurements along the way so you know what sort of sizes we're dealing with. So this is one of the larger butterflies. I pulled a clip out before, but not sure that I'm going to use that, so we'll just put that to one side. And I'm going to get another piece of book page and put on that. So I've stuck the tag down. Now I'm just going to fold the edges in. And then I'm just going to tear it so that it's I just want a small edge on there, not a large one. Just tear it here a little bit more and on the side, just to give it a bit of a lift in terms of the differentiation between that background and the background that's on the tag. And now I'm just going to tear a bit more. When I started this page, I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I just wanted to play some with my gel press. So that's usually how I am. I really don't have a plan. I just let the things come to me organically. I find if I plan, that's just too much like work to me. I just want to, you know, do what I want to do. I don't want to have massive plans everywhere. So I think that that's coming together. Normally I would bend his wings up and have him a bit elevated. In fact, I might do that. I'm just worried about the fact that this is in an art journal, so it's it's going to be quite, you know, with the dimension and that, not to have too much dimension in an art journal, but I think I can just afford a little bit of, tiny bit of double-sided tape. Of this tape, it's mounting tape. Give this little butterfly some dimension off the page a little. And now I'm just going to bend his wings back a bit. So he's only just off the page, that should be fine. And then I want to put this little dude down. I'm going to use my glue dots. Oh, here's some that are open. I'm going to use these because I don't want him stuck down on the actual page. I just want him on the body of the butterfly. That's why I'm using the glue dots rather than putting tape all over him. Now I've got him down there, and I'm going to put this down. This is next. The problem with these is that there's so many beautiful sayings, and if you want to just find something, I'm looking for something to do with wings, you've got to kind of read them all. Wings, let's see, wings. Here you go. There's one down here that says, with brave wings she flies, down the bottom here. But this one here says, use your wings, which, because I've got a man picture on the page, I don't really want to have a she, a word she on there. And I'm going to cut these apart so I can put them on top of that tag that I just made. I'm just going to start by tracing my butterfly around with my pen. That makes it pop a little bit more. And now I'm going to do some writing around the outside. So I've just used my pen and I've just journaled around the outside. Just something about wings, that's all. Just so that it, I think that it adds to the page and it's personal for me. So that's what I've done, and thanks for looking at another one of my art journal pages. I'll catch you next time. This is Deborah. Cheers.